A chain of Southern youth camps is catching heat because of one of the leaders' ties to the KKK. Now, this is going to be about the least surprising thing. Now, according to Vocativ, Sam Davis youth camps, which are camps that are dotted throughout the southern states that welcome teens from across the region to go and learn about, well, they learn about reverence and respect for the antebellum and Confederacy eras. Oh, respect for treason. Great. Sounds amazing. Sounds awesome. Great. Now, organizer Phil Walters, organizer of the camp, says our kids aren't getting taught this stuff in schools. Great American heroes like Jefferson Davis and Robert E. Lee. Our kids are not going to be told that these people are evil, hate-mongering slaveholders, and not have us do something to correct it. Great American heroes like Jefferson Davis and Robert E. Lee. Wait a minute. Wasn't the Confederacy against America? Wasn't the Confederacy completely anti-American? As in, they were against America? No, these people weren't Americans. In fact, they hated America so much that they decided to leave it and then start a war against it. Look, evil aside, hate-mongering aside, they were slave owners. These people owned slaves. And these people believed that the right thing for African Americans is to be slaves. They believed that that was natural. They believed that that was the cornerstone of the Confederacy. That the Negro is down here. That they're inferior and that their rightful place is to be a slave to white people. That Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, why do people go to this place? Well, the families that send their children to Sam Davis camp for a week to learn about this crap are concerned that their heritage and traditions are dying out. No, dude, that's not your... What traditions are you trying to save? Hatred of black people? Is that what you're trying to save? I don't get it. Our heritage is dying out. What, your heritage of owning people? Maybe that's a heritage and a tradition that should die out. But these camps are an attempt to instill these values in younger generations. And this comes from Raw Story. Now, Johnny Hawley, who was of the sons of the Confederate veterans, who, by the way, that group sponsors one of these camps. He says, well, probably one of the largest problems that all of these heritage organizations have is the age of membership. Yes, they're all old racists. That's why they're trying to get the kids. In the schools today, the war is not taught properly. Well, don't worry, Texas is trying to fix that. I did a report where Texas is trying to whitewash history, saying that, oh, you know what? Slavery, not so bad. In fact, it helped out so many people. Oh, did it? Oh, yeah, okay, I believe that. In the schools today, the war is not taught properly. Our children are dying for information about their ancestry and their heritage. If we don't bring our young people into an organization, then organizations will eventually die. And die they should. Anybody who thinks these organizations that are defending the Confederacy and Southern white slavery of black people, anybody who thinks these organizations should still be around, not a good person. They're racist. It is a racist organization. Look, man, you want to talk about history, fine, put it in a museum. Put it in a history book. But with actual facts. See, that's the allusion to Texas that I had made earlier. Texas is trying to literally change history. Change the facts around. And then indoctrinate children. You know, they always accuse liberals of indoctrinating children, right? No, that's projection. They're the ones that are trying to indoctrinate children. Whether it be into fundamentalist religion, like the Duggars, for example, or these groups that are intentionally teaching a misled or intentionally misleading our children with false history. Oh no, anybody who looks into the history can realize, they're not racist. No, they're incredibly racist. And people need to learn about that, in order to get over it. But there are, I guess, some people that just don't want to get over it. Now, there are some positive things that they take, that these kids get from this camp. Archery, swimming, crafts, and other regular camp activities. However, I don't have a problem with those things, but it's their revisionist history of the Civil War that bothers me. You know what they call that? They're calling it the War of Southern Independence. Wait, how can you be an American hero and then be in favor of a war of Southern independence? Independence from what? America. In their retelling, the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery. Abraham Lincoln was actually a racist. Wait a minute. Are the Republicans saying that? No. Lincoln was a Republican. He freed the slaves. Therefore, since we're Republicans, we're automatically not racist. Well, that just blows a hole in that theory, doesn't it? And they said the only reason they believe the Confederate boosters are racist because the NAACP. Yes, let's blame the black people for our racism. Isn't that racist? I mean, this blows my mind. When you get down to it, this is a small group of people, the NAACP, who say that everything in the South is evil and that it needs to be erased. Nobody is saying that except for your dumb ass. Nobody is saying the South needs to be erased. Southern culture. No, dude, I like Southern culture. I do. Southern hospitality is fantastic. Southern food is fantastic. Everything about the South, except for the racism, is great. Why do they continue to cling to that part so fervently? I'll never understand. There is so much more about the South than racism. There's so much more. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.